Hello everybody, my name is Leo and with this video we will compare the amp profiles created with the IK Multimedia ToneX versus the ones of the Quad Cortex versus the Kemper. First of all, we will hear the profiles in action in a demo song, then we will make some detailed tests to verify how the profiles compare to a real tube amp, checking out the frequency response, the dynamic range management and the note envelope of the profile versus the real tube amp, and finally I will give you my 2 cents. So hope you enjoy and please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell as it would be of a great help. Let's start! Before jumping to the sound tests, let me explain what I have profiled and what tests we are gonna do. First of all, I have profiled with the ToneX, the Quad Cortex and the Kemper the exact same rig, which is a Marshall Plexi with the 2 channels jumpered connected to a greenback speaker. For the microphone I have used an SM57 connected to a Chandler Germanium preamplifier. As an audio interface I have used an Apollo X16. For the comparison we will use 4 DI tracks previously recorded in my digital audio workstation in order to be sure that each profiler receives the exact same tone. With the 4 DI tracks we will check out the overall frequency response, then just the bass frequency, then we will check out the dynamic range management, I mean how the profile cleans up and breaks up according to how soft or hard you play the strings, and finally we will check out the note envelope. Let me also add that for the Kemper I will let you listen to profiles that I have done with different refining procedures. More on that in my 2 cents section of this video. Finally, I will let you also hear some raw tracks extracted from the demo song, so that we can also hear the profiles of different amps head to head. I will not say anything during the sound tests, and in my 2 cents section of this video we will share our impressions and final considerations. Let's start! Final considerations here, and please notice that I have purchased the ToneX, the Quad Cortex and the Kemper with my own money, and this video is not sponsored. Therefore, here I will give you my brutally honest opinion. Obviously, you may disagree with me, and this is totally fine. First of all, I would like to spend 2 words about the profiling procedure. All the 3 units start with some noise and strange sounds, but then the Kemper asks you to play yourself the guitar in order to refine the profile, where the Quad Cortex and the ToneX play specific pre-recorded riffs. In my opinion, this approach allows the Quad Cortex and the ToneX to have more consistent results, where in the Kemper the results vary according to how you manage the refining step and the guitar you use. I mean, for instance, in the more sound section of this video you can hear 2 profiles of the exact same rig, but with a longer refining process for one of them, and I have obtained 2 pretty different tones in my opinion. Therefore, I think that the approach of the Quad Cortex and the ToneX is better. I mean, it guarantees better results also for not expert profilers, results that are consistent, independently from the guitar you use or how you arrange the refining process. The second point I would like to mention is that after capturing the amp sound with those strange impulses and tones aforementioned, the Quad Cortex and the ToneX start training the neural network, which is then responsible for the final result, where the Kemper, as far as I know, is not based on neural network techniques. The third point is that you can choose 3 levels of quality for the ToneX neural network training step, and the level which guarantee the highest quality with my M1 Max MacBook Pro takes 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is much longer than the time required by the Quad Cortex. Therefore, the ToneX, at least on paper, should guarantee a higher quality of the generated neural network, and finally of the resulting tone. And now let's share my impressions about the tone. Well, first of all, in a mix it's pretty hard to tell which is which. If you want, we can make some blind test videos, but to me, when you start playing with your band, you are gonna forget pretty soon if you are using the IK, the Quad Cortex or the Kemper. They all perform very well in terms of response to your touch, I mean how they cleans up and breaks up, compared to the real amp counterpart, and the note envelope is very well respected. The differences, in my opinion, are more clear in terms of frequency range representation and in the level of gain. I mean, the ToneX and the real deal are almost indistinguishable, where Quad Cortex is still very close, but there are some tiny differences in terms of frequency range representation and in the gain level. In my opinion, the Kemper, on the other hand, is the more different to the real deal. It still sounds very good, but the gain level and the frequency range representation is not so close to the real deal as for the ToneX and for the Quad Cortex. And actually, as I said previously, the profiling results you can obtain with the Kemper are really dependent to how you do the refining procedure, and can really differ according to the guitar you use or the chords and riff you're gonna play during the refining procedure. Therefore, there is a higher level of subjectivity, I would say, and the results are less consistent in the Kemper compared to the other 2 units. So, at the end, all the 3 units are really good, and the ToneX has a slight advantage over the other 2 units. I found it being more faithful to the real amp, more close to the real deal, even because maybe the neural network training process is much longer for the ToneX. I mean, it takes 1 hour and 40 minutes, where the Kemper and the Quad Cortex takes around 10 minutes in total to make the profile, and it should give an advantage to the ToneX, right? At the end, the ToneX is absolutely a great solution for recording purposes in order to recreate the tone of your favorite amps, where The Quad Cortex and the Kemper are obviously more intended to be used in live situation. But now it's your turn. I'm really curious to hear your opinions. Which one for you is the best profiler in the world? Is the neural network profiling process the new frontier for tube amp tone recreation? Please let me know your precious and valuable opinions in the comment section below. You have now reached the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did it, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell and leave a thumb up. It would be of a great help. If you're interested in my IRs or Kemper profiles, you can check out the link in the card above or description below, where there is also a link to a playlist of songs of mine. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.